Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the introduction meeting for Beta Alpha Psi. Beta Alpha Psi is the Accounting, Finance, and MIS Honor Society, and we are the new Sigma branch at Fairleigh Dickinson University. Our executive board is made up of me, Ajvalia, our vice president, John Weitzman. John, if you'd like to say a couple of words, introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, my name is Jonathan Weitzman. I'm a senior accounting major here at FDU. I'll be doing my 4+1 with an MBA in specialization in finance. And I'm also the head tutor. So anything you guys need from me or want to hear about my experiences with internships and working with different firms, please let me know. I'm always here for everybody.
Thanks, John. Our reporter is Brian. Brian
Hello.
Simone.
Hi, I'm Brian Simone. I am the reporter. I'm here to basically make sure all you people are accounted for going forward for the few meetings that we have. I am a grad student in the 4+1 program for a master's in accountancy, and I will be finishing up this semester. So hopefully we have a good semester for BAP.
And our treasurer is Emily Sickinger.
Hi, I'm Emily Sickinger. I'm a senior accounting major with a minor in finance, and I'm also doing the 4+1 program to get my MS in accounting.
So our faculty advisors, thank you everybody. Our faculty advisors are Dr. Collier, Dr. McGregor, and Dr. Bazinka. And I think you guys all know who they are. And if you haven't had them as a professor, any of them as professors yet, you will in the future, and you will be very happy that you did. So who are we exactly? BAP and the Accounting Society are very, very similar, yet different. Let me explain. The Accounting Society is the one that invites the accounting firms, companies, organizations, and other accounting societies to visit campus and present their business topics and network with all the students that are a part of the society. However, Beta Alpha Psi, which is part of the Accounting Society, is the honors organization within it. And that is what requires you to have some sort of membership and candidacy, which is what we're taking attendance for. If you are just part of the Accounting Society, you don't have to say that you're a member or a candidate or anything like that when taking attendance. We also have over 300 chapters with 300,000 members around the world. So what are our objectives? We recognize outstanding academic achievements in the field of accounting, finance, and information systems. We promote the study and practice of professional fields related to these disciplines. We provide opportunities for self-development and association among members and practicing financial professionals. So you'll see that when we have visitors come in to speak, and this semester, we actually have an interesting speaker coming in for our from Roger CPA, and they will be giving us a lot of insight on self-development and achieving success, and I will discuss that a little bit later on in the presentation. And we encourage a sense of ethical, social, and public responsibilities. So essentially, the vision of Beta Alpha Psi is that it will shape the finance and business information professions by developing members into ethical, professional, and confident leaders. And the mission of Beta Alpha Psi is to premier international honor and service organizations for financial and business information systems and professionals, and in order to inspire and support excellence by encouraging the study of accountancy, finance, and information systems, and providing service, professional development, and interaction among members and professionals, like I said before. What are the membership benefits? So I guess everyone's wondering about this. Recognition of academic achievement. So this is something that you'll be able to, use in your future. It'll help you sort of monitor what you're doing in terms of your grades, and also help, be a sort of motivator in a sense. It's also an excellent networking opportunity in order to meet employers and other students. When you're in this organization, you have the ability to talk to everyone that's dedicated to the accounting profession or the finance profession, or even information systems. You'll meet the students that are most dedicated and are striving to get internships, striving to get ahead. And that's the crowd you want to be around to lift yourself up. And the speakers that come in are definitely very, very credible. And I don't think I've just been disappointed once with any of the speakers we've had. You're also eligible for certain scholarships because you are part of this honor society. And we're talking about BAP right now, not just the accounting society. So if you're a part of BAP, you are part of an honors organization, and it makes you eligible for more scholarships. Opportunities to participate on campus and community service activities. We do have a community service activity this semester. We did not do one last semester due to COVID, but I will expand on that once we get closer to it. And last but not least, I know everyone is excited about putting this on their resume. So membership and associated activities look excellent on your resume. Definitely add it to your resume. If you are a candidate, write candidate. If you are a member, say that you're a member. And it will definitely look good on your resume. It's definitely something you want to have on there, and there's nothing more to say about that. So this is our schedule. And so today is the 2nd, and this is our welcome meeting and board meeting. If anything changes, which it probably won't, I will update you. This is 95% sure this is going to be the final schedule for the semester. And so next week we do have, so the meetings that are highlighted in yellow are mandatory meetings, meaning they are counted towards your attendance. As in last semester, we had 9 speakers come in, and you had to come in for 7 of them. That might have been changed to, I think it was 7 speakers or 8 speakers, and you had to come in for 6 of them. But this semester, we only have 4 mandatory meetings. So you have to attend 3 out of those 4 mandatory meetings. And I'll emphasize that again later on. Just take a look at this. If you guys want to take a screenshot of it, feel free, just so you have it. And I'll probably email it out later on, just so everyone has it. But yes, after next week, we have, so we have forensic accounting speaker, Thomas Kovacs, who's an alumnus of FDU. After that, we have Roger CPA. Then we have a week off. Our schedule is 2 weeks, then a week off, then 2 weeks again, then a week off, then 1 week, then a week off for you guys. It's an administrative meeting. And then another week off, and then Deloitte. And then after that, so it's like 2 meetings and then a break, and then it's a pretty consistent schedule up until the end. And at the end, we have 2 breaks for you guys, but that's about it. Other than that, everything is, we have a meeting every bi-weekly, and then we have 1 week off. So reminders for our meetings when speakers come in: wear appropriate attire, don't wear your pajamas. I mean, you guys know this, I don't have to really tell you, but it's just a reminder. You don't have to wear like, what I'm wearing right now. You don't have to wear like a button down, but it would be nice if you had something on that, looked reputable for the organization. It is an honors organization, and, we are representing Fairleigh Dickinson University, and these are professional speakers, professional firms coming in to speak, and you just want to be on your, just want to look good. You definitely don't want to be on your phone during the meetings. The presenters can see it, and have your video camera on so they can see you. It's just polite, and you don't have to. I mean, I know if you don't have it on today, that's fine. But once the meetings start, it's common courtesy to have it on so the speaker can see you. And if you can't for a certain reason, that's fine. Just let me know that you can't have it on. Okay, next one. Sorry, I'm skipping over what these. Okay. So meeting topics. We will discuss ethical decision making, using social media as a professional goal, setting and achieving goals. So if you guys remember, Roger CPA is coming in to speak. When they come in to speak, they will be discussing setting and achieving goals. That is going to encompass a lot of important things for self-development, mental development, emotional development, developing in the academic world. And they will also be discussing briefly the CPA exam and the program that they have, and what the different tests are. The whole speech won't be about the CPA exam. However, I chose not to do that, as the information we've had multiple meetings like that, and I'm sure we'll have one next semester again. We also have anecdotal work experience stories, such as Thomas Kovacs is coming in for forensic accounting. And we have networking, obviously, from every firm that comes in, even the alumni that come in. Those are excellent resources to network with. So this semester, the 3 firms that are visiting are Deloitte, Eisner, and Witham. And the other 3 meetings encompass the forensic accounting speaker, Thomas Kovacs, Roger CPA, and the 5 alumni that are coming to speak on October 21st. Let me just go back to the schedule so you guys can see real quick. Alumni speakers, October 21st. So these are all, and then we have Deloitte coming in. Yeah, I already said that. So those are the 6 speakers. The Accounting Society member is, okay, so let me break it down. There's 3 types of memberships. So Accounting Society members are everyone that attends these meetings. If they want to be part of the Accounting Society, you guys just have to let us know. And you can be part of the society. There's no requirement minimum GPA, but for Beta Alpha Psi, there are requirements and dues that have to be paid, and you are not formally inducted yet if this is your first semester as someone who's attending BAP. A BAP member is someone who is in their 2nd semester of attending meetings, has paid all dues, has met all the requirements for the first semester, and has been inducted at the end of the semester. And you will be inducted on November 18th, as you can see, as when the inductions and executive board meetings will take place. Executive board elections will take place. Okay. So eligibility for BAP. So any matriculated student at FDU that has completed 3 semesters or is on their 3rd or has completed 1.5 semesters of college for transfer student. So if you are a first semester sophomore, once you complete this semester, you will be eligible to be a member, but you can complete your candidacy this semester as a first semester sophomore. Depending on your classes that you have completed as well. So if you have declared a major in accounting, finance, or MIS, completed at least 1 course in your business major beyond the business core. So you've taken intro to financial accounting, and you've taken intro to managerial accounting, and you are now on intermediate accounting, and I'm sure most of you are taking, or some of you are taking with Dr. McGregor. And if you're in that class, then you are eligible to start being a candidate for BAP. And your minimum GPA must be a 3.2. So what else is required for a BAP? So these are the candidacy requirements. Attendance is required at least 3 of the 4 professional meetings. Your community service event and activity, which I will get to. And then there's your induction, which you must attend, obviously. I mean, It's mandatory. So after that, you have to complete 4 hours of your community service or tutoring per semester. Before, we used to do 8 hours in a year, but this is not a BAP rule, but we are making it an internal rule, not a rule, but a very high suggestion that everyone complete 4 hours of tutoring this semester. So don't wait to do 8 hours next semester. Everyone try to complete 4 hours this semester. And everyone who is a candidate, new candidate this semester, has to submit a $100 application fee. I will expand on the tutoring in a little bit, and John will speak a little bit on that as well. So just a reminder, to declare candidacy, if you are new, are a first semester sophomore, second semester sophomore, please let us know by the 30th of September. And I'll send you an email out to remind everybody, don't worry. BAP membership requirements continued. Okay, attendance is required at least 75% of the professional firms, like I said before, half of the community service and fundraising events. That is not too relevant. Don't worry about that too much. Annual year-end induction dinner, which we unfortunately might not be able to have this semester, unless we do it virtually. 8 hours of community service in a year. Community service and tutoring are interchangeable in terms of what they mean. Okay, and the $25 annual fee and the one-time candidate fee of $75, which is $100 for the candidates, which from last slide, this $100 application fee. Okay. So types of service, or yes, that we offer, types of services that we offer. We have the BAP sponsored events and BAP sponsored tutoring. Our head tutor this semester is going to be John Weitzman. Now, John, if you would like to just elaborate a little bit on what the tutoring entails and what you just did, just reiterate, you know, what we've talked about in terms of what we're going to do for tutoring this semester.
Okay, so we're going to be doing tutoring via Zoom. So I'm basically going to have a Zoom meeting open, and if you guys are candidates or members, you guys are required to have 8 hours of service, like we've been saying, and you can get most of those hours, or if not all of them, from tutoring. So basically, you're in the Zoom room for a certain amount of hours, and you get credit for being there, whether if students come or not. So that's great. Oftentimes, you probably have around like 5 or 6 students come in, and it's really rewarding helping other students. And what we tutor in is basically the introductory level accounting classes. So managerial accounting and intro to financial accounting. 2 classes that we all should have taken. Don't worry, you don't have to be an expert. And it's great. We all help students, and it's really rewarding, like I said. And now regarding start date, that's kind of in the process, and with everything now, I have to contact Dean West. And so yeah, we'll be working on that, and then I'll figure out my schedule this weekend, and Ram will probably send out an email regarding my hours and how we're going to do things.
Thanks, John. Yep. So he pretty much, you know, addressed everything. And, you know, like we said, you know, 4 hours, everybody, for the semester. It's not too bad. And you'll want to try to get your hours done earlier the better. I'm telling you, it's good to get it out of the way and not have it lingering over your head. Okay, so we are doing a service project this semester, and we're going to be, since we're virtual, there were a couple of ideas that we were throwing around. One of the ideas was that we would record a book and send it to school so that, you know, they can use it for their students to read, but to listen to, you know, virtually. But we decided not to do that. We ended up on the Boys and Girls Club of America. So our project is, let me get into the project first. When I click on this link here, when I share my screen, it won't share the link, but let me just change that. Hold on. Okay, so let me reshare my screen. Okay, can you guys see that?
No.
Still the same screen, Ram.
Still the same screen? Oh, sorry, hold on. How about now?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah? Okay, great. Okay, so this is the Boys and Girls Club of America. This is exactly what you guys are gonna do. Just a basic breakdown, I'll give it to you. So this is the Boys and Girls Club of America, and we're going to pass a note to them and let a kid know how they're doing. So essentially, they're asking us here to, take a minute, encourage and inspire. Take a minute to encourage and inspire our club's kids with a few words today. We're filling our walls and notes with friends like you to inspire as many kids as possible when school is out. Let them know they're doing great. So the Boys and Girls Club of America is, I'll get to their mission and who they're about later. Let me just finish just talking about this. So essentially, we're going to be sending a letter to them. Every one of us is going to be sending a letter to them, and and just telling them, how they're doing, how you're doing maybe, and let them know how things are. You tell them, give them best wishes. They have a little prompt here: keep up the good work, do your best, and great things will happen. Try to be a little bit more thorough than that, so that it's actually a letter. And you just got to do your first name, last name, and put your I would say school email address so that we all have the same address. It doesn't matter which email you use, I guess, but and then once you pass your note, I'm sure there's some way of monitoring, and I'll let you know how we're going to do that. Let me go back to my other screen. So this is the service project, and it's fairly simple, everybody. I mean, it's a lot simpler than the past projects we've done, but we really can't, actually go volunteer to new schools right now, or to any community service locations. Okay. So, okay, you guys can see the same screen as before now, right?
Boys and Girls Club.
No, it's still the
Oh,
same.
hold on, sorry, I had to resume share.
Now it's back. Yep.
Okay, great. So let me just move. Okay, so the mission of the Boys and Girls Club is to enable all young, especially those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizens. They take in children who have had hard upbringings or difficult upbringings and make sure that they get the best upbringing possible. And the numbers kind of speak for themselves. 97% of club teens expect to graduate from high school, and 88% plan to go on to some sort of post-secondary education like college. And that's according to their youth outcome data. So they are an effective organization, and I think that this would be a great opportunity for everybody, and especially for those kids that are, I think they're having the toughest time during this, as they're socially isolated and they can't see their friends. And for kids, it's very important to get out. I think this would be very helpful and very meaningful to them. So I think this is a good project to go with. All right, and more details will be given out about that. So for our tutoring hours, a Zoom link will be sent out, and we'll probably do breakout rooms. The times will be sent out once I get a confirmation, and I'll send it out to you guys as soon as possible. So if you can't make a meeting, what are you going to do? Well, this is why we record meetings, so that you can watch them on YouTube. Every email I send out, there is, unless I send it out from my phone, which I don't usually, there is a link. It has my signature on the bottom, and it has a link that says Our YouTube. You can click on that, and it'll take you to all the recent videos. Right now, you'll see all the videos from last semester that were recorded and put up. Um, Brian records them during the meetings. Oh, well, now I record them, but and then we upload it to YouTube. I upload it to YouTube via BAP. And so if you miss one of the 3 out of the 4 important meetings, or you miss like a substantial amount of meetings that are not of the 4 that are mandatory, just watch the YouTube channel. Like if you, I know some people who aren't here today, I'm recording this for them so that they can look at it and get the information they need. But if you can't attend one of the 3, if you can't attend the 4 out of the 4 required meetings, then or attend less than 3, then you have to do a short summary on the meeting and submit it to me via my email. Any questions on that? If anyone has any questions, just feel free to ask me at any time. Emails will be sent out on a regular basis. I communicate with you guys. I keep you updated. So there's nothing to worry about on that end. And we have our special guest today. Dr. Pierre Balthazar is here. He's the Dean of Silverman College of Business. Everyone, please welcome him. And Dr. Balthazar, if you would like to take the stage, I will stop sharing my screen.
So Ram, how long do you want me to talk?
However long you feel comfortable. There's
Oh, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. Tell the dean that he's got.
All right, let's say 5:30 is
Well, I'm not going to talk that long, but I look. I'm happy to be here. And at the beginning of the meeting, Ram sent me a question. He says, "Do you want to speak first?" I said, "No, I want to listen to how you run a virtual meeting. In fact, this is the first time that I've attended a honorary society virtual meeting. Okay, just like all of you guys, I was teaching last semester, and this COVID-19 hit all of us, and we all went online, it's kind of an amazing thing that has occurred that. We were all given a lemon, so we're trying to make lemonade out of it, right? So here you are, a large group. At the beginning, Ram said that this is even a larger group than you might get if you were in the face-to-face world. And oddly enough, I see a lot of that. There is a thirst for creating community. And what you're doing with this honorary society is to create a professional community. Okay, so this is not a high school community. It's not friends you're going to hang out with, or maybe at some point. But your first intention is to meet people that have got like-minded interests professionally with you. And I can tell you, this is my 3rd deanship. I started on August 17th, just like most of you, with your first day of class. So, and I have not had the opportunity of interacting with students as much as I would like if I was just walking on campus and just randomly dropping in on people. So what I can tell you, though, is at the end of semesters, at the end of years, okay, deans tend to see 2 types of people. They tend to see the troublemakers, the ones that are in trouble for whatever reason, or the exceptionally good students. And one thing that I always ask about students is, well, tell me about yourself and what you do and what's your relationship with the college. And invariably, the best students that we've got in business school across the country are students that are involved, and chances are they're part of a good society like this one. Okay, so I congratulate you for being at least interested in becoming a candidate and potentially a member in BAP, because it's one of the good ones. And your colleagues that are really involved in this also want a nice career. So hence, you're creating a community, a network of people that you can actually trust that they may have the same interests in succeeding in this discipline as you are. And, it's not just, I have to go to a meeting. No, every time you go and listen to somebody or you listen to your colleagues, you learn something. And what I've learned today, by the way, is the emphasis that you put on tutoring. And let me tell you, from the perspective of a dean, tutoring is a fantastic exercise, okay? Now, it was mentioned that you will get satisfaction out of it. Let me tell you why, okay? I do a lot of studies of human brains, okay? And why do people think this way? Why? What's interesting about tutoring is people have got different brains. They look at the world in a different way. They look at a problem in a different way. And you're behind the desk and people are coming up to you and they're asking you, you know, can you help me with this? Chances are the way that person looked at the problem is completely different than what you naturally would look at the problem yourself. Hence, what happens when you're tutoring is you learn about the different perspectives of the same problem by using the other person's stumbles that you personally would not necessarily do. So every problem, okay, has an equifinality. There are several different ways to get to the right solution, some ways better than others. So when you sit down and you are the resource for a person that's struggling, you are actually enforcing or reinforcing your knowledge of the subject matter. And in fact, you are taking a look at how else I could solve the problem. How can I get this person to understand? Maybe it will force you to come up with an explanation different than how you learn it yourself, because you're forcing yourself to look at the problem from that other person's perspective. Now, you'll see a bad tutor is one, listens to the question and writes the answer for the person and gives the piece of paper back. That's not tutoring. Tutoring is sitting down, listening to the other person's approach, try to say, hey, do this, do that. Have you considered this? Have you considered that? But at the same time, you're actually learning different ways of taking a look at the issue. So I congratulate you on having tutoring as an important kind of community service, because in reality, it is a community service, and at the same time, you're going to learn something about yourself, specific to the discipline that you're already telling the world that, hey, I want to make a career out of this. So it's a win-win-win situation. So Ram, that's all I wanted to say. Look, I'm here. If you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer questions of you or any of your candidates or members. As I said, I'm new to this place, but I've been a dean before, twice, and I've been in education for a long time. I was brought here, to New Jersey for a simple reason: is take what is already a very, very, very good business college and make it even better. And one way, okay, over the past years that I've improved the college is by listening to who are the most important people that cross, our walls and our campuses is you guys, the students. So, if I was on campus, you'd probably already meet me because I'd be in the cafeteria every day talking to people. It's tough to do this, okay, in this environment. But if you need to talk to the dean, you can look it up. My email is probably pretty public. If not, go through one of your tutors, one of your mentors on the faculty, which are all exceptional, and he'll get you to me. Okay, just like Ram did, and I'm pretty happy to be here. So there you go, Ram. I didn't take till 5:30, but I at least introduced who I was, and if you need any more information, I'll stick around for a while.
Thank you. And no, thank you for that emphasis on tutoring. I definitely agree. It is important. I tutored as a head tutor for SAT and ACT for 4 years, and I can't agree more on how beneficial it is for self-knowledge, not just helping others, but you will learn a lot more yourself in different ways of thinking and trying to answer questions when trying to help somebody else figure out the solution to a problem.
Yeah, I agree. Look, when I was an undergraduate student, which was a while ago, I was an MIS major. Okay, so people would come up to me with what used to be COBOL programs. And I became a fantastic COBOL programmer. In fact, I taught this stuff for 16 years, largely because I tutored COBOL. Okay, and the rest is history. Okay, I stopped playing football a while ago, but nowadays, okay, computer languages have got much sexier names associated with them. But I'll tell you, that's what got me going into the technical realm, is helping other people understand the logic behind programming.
Right. That's interesting. That's actually very interesting. Maybe we could have
Um,
an ex. Oh, Dr. Clay, go ahead.
no, I was just going to ask quickly if the dean would mind if we open it up, if students had any questions they wanted to, or just to introduce themselves. I know we have a few people who want to make sure you know who they are, even if it's just virtually.
Oh, right. No, of course. Yeah, let's open the floor now for questions for me, for Dean Balthazard. Any questions for Dean Balthazard first? Let's address those. Please, this is a great time to ask questions. Whatever questions you have about business school. I mean, it doesn't have to be about BAP. It could just be any general questions you have regarding, the semester, or how everything is going to work out. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I do have something to say to Dean Balthazar. Welcome to FDU Silberman family, and we are happy to have you. Thank you so much.
Well, that's so nice of you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Glenn.
Listen, Dean, anytime, I'm John Weitzman, I'm the VP here. Anytime you want to come back, and I know Ram can attest to this, you're more than welcome. If you want to come back and speak or observe, you're always welcome here. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. I probably will. Okay. I like to know what's going on in my college. And, if I don't, at some point, send me a reminder so that I put it in my calendar. That's the biggest thing, is get it into my calendar.
Most definitely, yes. I'll give you an invite to the meetings, and whenever you feel you have the ability to attend, please feel free. We love having you here.
Hey, I might listen to some of your speakers. You got some good companies there,
Yeah.
all of them. In fact, I'm curious to see who you got from Eisner coming in. I have great relationship with that firm in California.
Oh, really? Okay. Do you know Jeff Baxick by any chance? He was the.
No, not. I do not.
Okay, he actually works at FDU, and he was a partner at Eisner.
Uh-huh. Good. So he probably knows the person that I know, but I don't know of him.
Yeah. Only one degree away.
And with Deloitte, for example, there are two major wings to their firm. There's the accounting wing, but more importantly for all of you, once you get all this accounting stuff done, there's a consulting wing. On the that's where they actually make all their money.
Yeah.
It's a very lucrative business, and Deloitte is a fantastic firm also.
Yes, they are a great firm, and the speakers are great. And we actually have an alumnus who comes to speak from Deloitte when we host the meetings for them. So it's actually very motivating for the students as well, because it's just one of us that's there right now.
By the way, be nice to the alum, because that's how they hire more people from our university. It's kind of what we call a flywheel effect. They get one, if they're good, they then say, hey, where were you trained after you? Okay, go get somebody else. And that's how you get a lot of people within the office to come from a specific university. So be nice to that person when they come and visit.
Dean, we have something funny about that sort of effect has already happened with our 4 officers here. They are all either working at AY or will be working at AY, which is first time we've ever had something like that. So I think Brian is working full-time there in January, right, Brian?
Yeah, beginning next year.
And Jonathan and Emily, you are interns in Islin, is that right?
Yeah, this summer we'll both be interning for Islin.
And how about Ram? Where will you be for them?
I'm going to be in Hoboken doing with EY for their assurance department
Yeah.
in January.
You see, right there, and your faculty know this, and I'm looking at it again from, external eyes. But once you can repeat the situation where several individuals get hired by a firm, that's just reinforcing to our faculty that we're doing something right. Okay. And clearly, okay, it puts a smile on the face of a dean to hear this. Okay. We're doing stuff right. That's cool.
Thank you, Dean.
Yeah.
Good to hear that from you. Okay. So if anybody has any questions for me or for, regarding BAP, regarding candidacy, I know a lot of you that are candidates. Okay, everyone that's a candidate, can you just like raise your hand since nobody's really talking? Can you just raise your hand on the chat thing? Like, who's new here? Who's new here? There's like a raise hand feature if you click on participants.
Stefan is new.
Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, this is everybody. Ashwarya, you're new, aren't you?
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to find it. That's sorry.
I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you for having me, and it's good to finally meet you virtually.
Yes, definitely. It was good being in your class this summer. I'm glad you were able to join the meetings. It's nice to meet you as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have, okay, wow, that's actually a good group of people that we have now. And some of these names seem, no, I remember mostly everybody. Okay, yeah. Stephen, were you here last semester?
No, I was not.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, okay, yeah, so you're new too. All right, okay.
Yep.
Okay, everybody that's new, just go and message Brian in the chat, Brian Simone. Message him privately, just tell him your grade, like if you're a sophomore, first semester, or if you're a freshman, just tell him, just tell him sophomore, freshman, junior, and then tell him whether you're a candidate or in the accounting society. If you're a candidate, then we need to know so that we can get you all the forms and whatnot to fill out, and so that I can, reach out to you again regarding what's what. So everybody, even if not just the new people, everybody, please message Brian.
Yeah.
Brian should have about 30 messages from different people. I'll give you some time to do that. In the meantime, if anybody has any questions, just feel free to ask. You can type them in the chat if you don't want to talk. And you can ask it privately. I won't say your name. And yes. Okay. Dr. Collier?
Hi, I just want to make a mention about dues. When we do dues, BAP at FDU has a checking account. Unfortunately, we are virtual, so I can't get checks from you guys. So I'd like to, I plan on using Venmo, and we'll set up Venmo for the BAP checking account. If someone is going to be a member or and has dues and you can't send it, if for whatever reason you don't want to use Venmo, just let me know and we'll let you send a check in, and we'll just collect the check. Will be sitting in the office, and it won't get cashed until maybe November when we come in to make one deposit. But in general, we'd like to use Venmo. I think that'll be the best way. So the one thing that we need to do is I have, for Brian, he will have forms he can send you back out, the candidacy forms. Everything has to be in and that should include your dues by 9:30 if you're going to become a candidate. Just a
Yeah.
procedural thing.
And thank you, Dr. Collier. Yeah, definitely. This semester we're going to be doing Venmo, and for those who can't, let us know, and we'll be sending out the official username and who it's going to be going to afterwards. We'll probably make a new account, and then we'll send it to that account. I also sent. Oh wait, sorry. In the chat, if you guys would just want to see. BAP.org/eligibility. If you go on that website, it'll just give you some basis of what you need to. It's not exactly what we said that we need, but it is similar in what you need to do. It doesn't discuss the dues, but like I said, if you have any questions about the dues, everything other than the dues, it's all on there. And if the presentation is going to be on YouTube, so we're going to upload it tonight. And if you have any questions, check that out. And then if you have any more questions, just email me. I mean, like I said, if no one has any more questions, I think we're good to end the meeting. Unless any last words from anybody, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Bzinkai, John, Brian, Emily.
Well, I think I've, based on the names, everybody, most of you are junior status or above.
Yeah.
But if you're below and you may not be eligible to meet the BAP requirements, please still attend the meetings because there's a lot of useful information. So even if you're a freshman or a sophomore, you can get a lot from attending the meetings.
That's exactly what I did as a freshman. I came to almost every meeting, and I was able to get my foot in the door with Deloitte and a few other firms. So it really does make a difference.
And we also keep track of your names for, it's not as important this year, but for priority points for housing. Hopefully housing is going to be on everyone's mind for next year. It's assigned in part by your activity, and membership in the Accounting Society is a qualifying activity.
Okay. Yes, for sure. If you're a freshman, definitely attend the meetings. I'm getting some messages from freshmen actually asking me about the positions. What is for the different, I guess, requirements for candidacy. If you are a freshman, you haven't completed 1.5 years, or you're not in your sophomore year yet, so you won't have 1.5 years completed by the end of the semester. So you can't be a candidate, but you'll be part of the Accounting Society. And like Dr. McGregor said, you're going to get a lot. You'll be ahead of your peers by attending these meetings, because you'll have connections. You'll have connections to these big firms that are, very highly regarded, and you'll have the ability to network, and you'll be familiar with the business atmosphere and the professional atmosphere, and that's something you want to get ahead on. And if anyone just wants any information, anyone who's new here, just again, can you guys just email me, like the freshmen, just send me, Ram Ajvalia, the host, a chat with your email so I can add you to the BAP emailing list. Anyone who's new, not just the freshmen, anyone who's new, just send me a chat. And yeah, I think that if there's nothing else to be discussed, I think everybody else can head out. I don't want to keep you guys too long for no reason.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to the first meeting. So please make sure that that you're here next week when we have it's going to be not just a presentation about, as Ram said, the CPA exam. It's going to be a professional development presentation. So it should be very interesting. And
Ram, next week is Tom?
Yep, Tom's coming in to talk about forensic accounting, and that's going to be very interesting as well. So,
and Tom only graduated maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, so, he's not that many years ahead of you, so you can ask him a lot of questions.
Yeah,
He
thank
was
you.
in your
Right.
seat not that long ago.
Right. And this semester, we're really trying to get a lot of alumni in to come and speak. I mean, on the 21st of October, although that's not a mandatory meeting, we really encourage you to attend because we have 5 or 6 alumni working in very prestigious firms. And not only are they working at prestigious firms, they've had various experiences and they know what it's like, right? Whether you're in the 4+1 program, whether you're a freshman looking for a job, it's very informational and very educational to get to talk to these alumni. They are very helpful, and I think those meetings are probably the most insightful for everybody. Okay, let me just address some questions. Okay, yeah, so the meeting schedule, I'm just getting these messages via chat. So the meeting schedule, I will send out via email to everybody. Okay, any other questions? And yes, I will send out again the requirements for candidacy, the slide. Maybe I'll just take a screenshot or I'll send those 3 slides to everybody. Or take the information down and send it to everybody in an email. So I will make sure to do that. Okay, and okay. And everybody who just sent me their emails, thank you. And if you send me the email to me, I'm sure you sent it to Brian as well. Brian, did you get all the emails? We just want we want the attendance to just run smoothly for the next meetings. I'm not going to be going on like this asking, if it's done or not, because we're going to have guest speakers, but today we just have a little bit of time. So, Brian, you're on mute.
I am muted. I do need a few emails for the people that were here that didn't put their emails in.
Just let them know. Just say the name and just be like, can you just send me your email?
Let's see. Michael just put his in. That's good. Stefan's good.
Everyone send your email to Brian, not me. I mean, the freshman can
I'm
send
getting it privately. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
To play it safe, whoever hasn't sent me their email, just send me your school email or whatever email you use, so I can put you in the.
Yeah, you don't, because this is for the emailing list. That's the reason I don't want you to miss out on getting the emails for the meetings. And I sent out a lot of emails, so.
Yeah. I'm just gonna wait for the emails to come in before transferring them over.
Okay. So whoever hasn't sent their email out yet, it's okay. It's 5:30. I'm going to let everybody go now. Thank you all for attending. I really appreciate the attendance that we've had today. We had 35 people here, and I'm just really happy with that attendance. And hopefully we can keep it up throughout the semester. Okay. If everybody's good and doesn't have any more questions, you are free to go.
Thanks, Ram. Thanks, everybody. Good luck now.
Thank you, Dr. McGregor. Thank you, Dean Baltazar. Thank you, Dr. Wazinkai. And thank you, Dr. Collier.
Thanks, Ram. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
Take care.
Let's keep this open so I can put the emails in.
Thank you.
I'll be here. Yep, no problem. All right, Brian.
Thank you.
So
Have a good day.
You too, Ashwarya.
Hey.
Thank you.